What is up, YouTube? This is T.1 coming at you with another video, and if you've seen my last video, you know I'm comparing two games I thoroughly enjoy. So without further ado, let's move on to the next round, which is Best Soundtrack. The Uncharted series is known for having terrific orchestral scores, but I was honestly kind of skeptical about Uncharted 4 because it has a new composer, Henry Jackman. Luckily, though, those fears were put to rest almost immediately, and I was treated to an awesome instrumental score. Uncharted 4 still sounds very triumphant at many points, but there are also some more ominous pieces. Even the main theme is a lot more somber, perfectly capturing the tone as this is the darkest Uncharted game. Mafia 3's instrumental stuff left a lot to be desired in my opinion. There were a couple good moments, like the final confrontation with Sal Marcano, but it mostly just sounded like a guy fucking around on a guitar. However, the instrumental stuff doesn't make up all of Mafia 3's soundtrack, and this is where the game shines. It has tons of great music from the 60s, both famous and obscure. I mean, in terms of song selection, this is the best soundtrack I've ever heard. Even when you're not driving, most of the time, someone will have a radio that will be playing another awesome song. So while the instrumental stuff definitely pales in comparison with Uncharted 4, the overabundance of amazing 60s music makes Mafia 3 the winner in my opinion. Let's move on to best locations. Now, Uncharted certainly appears to have the edge here with lots of beautifully rendered jungle vistas and whatnot, but Mafia 3's New Bordeaux has something I feel like Uncharted 4 doesn't have, and that's diversity. The French Ward and the Bayou in particular are both dripping with atmosphere. The art design of this game is just more creative. Uncharted 4, I think, just kind of started to look the same in the second half with all these jungle atmospheres and stuff. It just didn't have the same creativity with locations like the Cistern or River Row. Those are just more interesting to me. Now, while the first half of Uncharted 4 did have much better locations, after a while, when you're just going in the same overgrown house or river, it just gets boring. So while there are some great locations and set pieces in Uncharted 4, Mafia 3 just has this originality to it that I don't think Uncharted 4 had in terms of locations. So, in my opinion, that's more than point worthy. Let's move on to best graphics. Most of you are probably sniggering right now. How could Mafia 3 even come close to Uncharted 4? Now, Naughty Dog has been consistently pushing the envelope with graphics ever since Uncharted 1, and they do it again here. As I said, the locations, while kind of samey at points, are still beautifully rendered, but the real surprise for me was the motion capture. I've never seen a game where the characters have such subtle emotional changes. It's mind-blowing. Here's another edge Uncharted 4's graphics have over Mafia 3. There were very few immersion-breaking glitches in Uncharted 4. Mafia 3's #1 criticism is arguably its graphics. They look dated, and half the time they're spazzing out. There were tons of little bugs. While not game-breaking, it just cost this game a lot in the graphics department. Makes up for it somewhat with the art design, but Uncharted 4 destroys Mafia 3 in terms of graphics. Easily the winner. That's it for part 2. Stick around for part 3, which should be coming really soon. T.1, signing out.